Alright guys, today we're gonna review the latest Wacaco Picopresso, and I think this is probably the best like handheld espresso maker you can get in the market. So today I'm going to use the Kingrinder K6 as the bean grinder, and I have a scale from Time More here. So let's talk about this package first. I really like this package. As you can see, everything can be contained in the cylinder shape. It's not very big. It's like 350 grams, about, I would say like 12 ounce, something like that. And everything is packed inside. So let me show you what's inside here. First, the cap, you can twist this counterclockwise to open it. And you're going to see something here. First is this tiny little brush. According to James Hoffman, he doesn't think this brush is very useful. However, I think it's quite useful because, like, whenever I need to clean the residue here, you can see a lot of coffee grounds residue. I can just basically clean them with this brush. It's very easy. So it's very handy, at least for me. Oops. And then we have a needle here. I'm gonna show you how to use the needle later. And then let's talk about the rest part of it. First of all, you can see this is made of silicone rubber, and this is, I think this is called a water diffuser, if I'm correct. This is right here, and you can see there are a lot of tiny holes here. It's basically it's a stainless steel, kind of like a little gasket. It's right here, and there's a lot of tiny holes for the water to have a very distributed and even contact surface with the coffee ground. And this is also made of silicone rubber. You basically, in order to install it, you just wrap it around like this, and that's how you install it. Okay, and you can put it inside. I'd like to talk about this. So this is the core of the Picopresso. So here you can see this is a pump, right? This is the pump. You can twist the knob open, and you can press the pump, and this can create pressure for the water. And I think that's where the water comes out. There are 3 security screws here, and all the screws, I don't think they're the very like common Phillip head or the Allen key shaped. It just doesn't work like that way. All right, so let's put this inside, and we're going to make some espresso. First of all, you need to make sure you have the right amount of beans. So, or camera crew can maybe come here a little bit. So I'm going to put, this is the holder for the ground. I'm going to put it on the scale, and you can see it's 120 grams. I'm going to clear it to 0. And now I'm going to add beans. The beans we're going to use today is pea berry beans. Arabica pea berry. It's a single SOE, so it's it doesn't have a mixture of different kinds of beans. And this basket can hold up to 18 grams of coffee. So 18 grams, that's how much we need. But like we need like slightly more than 18 grams because there would be some residues here. Remember? So normally I'm going to aim for like 18.5. So you can see the number growing from 0 all the way to, oh, it's 19.5, it's a little bit more. Take it out a little bit. So 18.9, just take a little bit more, 0.3, 0.5. All right, 18.5. And by the way, if you're also using a Kingrinder K6, in order for you to make espresso, you need to make sure you have the 45 clicks right here to make sure it's 45. According to Kingrinder themselves, they have a suggestion between 30 and 60. And normally, I'm just shooting for the middle, right, which is 45. All right, so now let's pour the beans into the grinder and we close the holder, put on the cap, put on the handle, and let's grind. This may take up to 20 seconds. Maybe you think this is pretty easy, but actually I find a lot of girls, they just tell me this takes a lot of force. So it's like slightly torquier than you think. You have to apply enough torque. Now, when you hear the noise is fading away, so basically means all the beans they have been ground. Normally I would give it a tap like this to knock off as much residue as possible, right? Okay. Now we have it, but you see there's still some residue here, and this is ground coffee. Smells good. Cameraman, can you smell that?
Yeah.
All right. And now let's put this into the basket. Oh, actually, you see the bottom, it has this silicone rubber, right? This is for it not to make a mess. But normally I don't like this. I don't like using this because I prefer to see the extraction process. Like there's a process called pre-soaking. I'm going to show you how to do that later. So this ring, you just put it right here. This is for you not to make a mess, right? So just now remember we had 18.5 grams of coffee. Let's see how much coffee do we have here. I need to use the knob to help me have a little bit. It's 18.5. It's very hard not to make a mess, trust me. It's really hard not to make a mess. I know I'm gonna make a mess here, so that's why I have to slightly choose to just have more coffee. All right, and now the needle comes in handy. The needle has a very important role. You need to mix the ground like this to make sure every part of the ground is evenly distributed, right? Is evenly distributed. So when the hot water passes through, it will extract most of the good stuff from the ground. And then this is the tamper. Twist a little bit, and we just press it. I see a lot of people, like when they're pressing this, they took off the ring. I don't think it's a very good idea, because if you took off the ring, if you continue to press it, you're going to make the mixture too dense. And once it's too dense, the water will be very difficult to pass through the ground. And even they pass through, it will only create some fissures among the ground. And these fissures will block the full extraction of the coffee. So do not try to push this too hard, right? I see a lot of people, they have made a mistake when they're using this. Okay. So now all we need to do is to twist this onto the pump. And now we need to get some hot water, right? Let's go to get some hot water. So one important aspect is quite important because this thing is cold, and in order to have a very good extraction, you need to preheat this a little bit. So normally I just put the hot water in, and let it stay there for a while, just to warm up everything. Then pull it, get some more hot water. Okay, and now we're good. Okay, we gotta do this as fast as possible. I need my cup here. Got my cup here. And let's press. I need you to shoot from like the bottom. I need people to see how it comes out. This is called the pre-soaking technique. See, I'm pumping right now. And now, you see there are some droppings coming out already. This is called the pre-soaking. Like, you need to let it stay this way for like a couple seconds and then you just keep pumping again. This is my favorite moment when making espresso. Did you smell that?
Yeah.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
All right. So that's how you make it. As you can see, the crema is not that much because the amount of crema is basically decided by the amount of carbon dioxide in the beans, and this beans has been roasted for a few days, so the fresher the beans, the more carbon dioxide it contains inside. So basically the crema is the bubbles of the carbon dioxide. Some people think they're oil, they're grease, but actually they're not. They're just carbon dioxide. So the amount of crema doesn't actually change your flavor profile or anything. So now we have the espresso. You can choose to add water to it to make Americano, or you can choose to add milk to it to make latte. That's just your personal preference. So that's the end of the tutorial, and hopefully you have a great day. Peace.